All right. Okay, so this is the instruction. Today we're going to be going over the assignment that I have for y'all, and then there's a video reference, but I would refer y'all to check this one because this offers the best um, video reference. I do have that provided for you. That's a fellow friend of mine who's a really good teacher. She did a video on how to do this, and if you click there on hers, she walks
Enter on my
she walks you through her steps of how we do this. I'm going to walk through my own in real time with y'all. Okay, so I'm on Pexels. I have found a picture I like. I'm going to use this photo right here. And the goal of this is going to be, I want the image to come through a letter, just one letter of my name. I'm going to use M starting this off. Okay, so does anybody know already how to do this, how to have an image come through type? Text if you already know how to do this to the chat. Yes, if you already know, or you don't already know how to do that. No. Do what? To make an image come through type. Marin thinks she does. Okay, good. Jacob. Yes. Daniel. Okay, cool. Okay, so I am going to assume that everybody has their own way of doing this. I even have my way of doing this. One of the things I want y'all to remember when we do this, regardless if you know how to do it or not, is that it's really important to choose the right font. Now, in this to work, for example, I'm not going to use a thin weight font. I'm not going to go over here and type the letter M and hit Command A and then drag my slider. I'm not gonna, yeah. So I keep on dragging. I can drag this till Kingdom Come, and you are still stuck with an image that doesn't really bring through the type, does it? That's kind of tiny, right? So what I did again, I clicked on the cursor, double clicked on it, selected it, right? I'm gonna go to something that's really bold font. I want something that like maybe just really bold, something that can bring a lot of the image through, and yet kind of also might represent my style. Maybe I can find something that's a little stylish. I'm gonna try that one right there. Okay, so I got this M. It's not really bringing the whole image through. It's kind of not working in my favor. But you know what I'm gonna do for right now? I'm gonna click on the image and I'm gonna unlock it. I'm gonna say okay. I'm gonna Command A on that layer, Command T, and I'm gonna shrink it just a little. And I'm holding on Shift and Option as I shrink. I don't want it to get too small. I gotta always hold down Shift and Option. Then I'm gonna hit Return, and then I'm looking at an image that looks like this. Okay. So next thing I'm gonna do is click on my layer, and I'm going to go Control click on it and say Rasterize Type. Now, after I've done that, if I click on the Command key and click Select, I want to Command Z that real quick. Okay, so just to recap on what I just did, I know I talked a little quick. I Controlled clicked on the layer and I clicked Rasterized Type, or Command clicked on the, yeah, Control clicked on the layer. I rasterized the type. There's a little button for that you saw. Then I'm going to hold down Command, and this is the, if I hold this down, you'll see beside my hand signal. Let's see if I can zoom in. I can't. I'm on the other computer. And the hand signal is a little dotted dot dot, a little dotted square. So with that being selected, I can turn that off. I can go back to this layer down here, select, and just hit the mask button. Oh, what happened? It did not mask what I want. In fact, it masked everything I didn't want. All right. So I'm going to hit, okay, I don't like that. I have a selection going. I'm going to hit Command Shift I. I'm going to invert that selection. And now click it. And boom, the image is coming through. Now the best part of this is I can unclick the chain here. I can click back on the image and I can move the image anywhere I like it. But the problem is if I move it anywhere, to the right or left, I miss the graphic going. And so that's one way we can do it. That's a quick way. It works. It's using the selection on top. We turned that off, and then we were ready to go back to this layer, and then we masked it. So I'm going to show you one other way we can do this. I'm going to turn this back on. I'm going to grab that mask and throw it away. Okay. Now, I can hold down, let's see, I can put this layer on the bottom. I put the letter on the bottom this time. I can click on this right here, and yep, that's another way right there. Yeah. So what happened is I put the letter on the bottom. I held down Option, or sorry, yeah, Option or Alt, hovered in this area right here, and I just pressed I hovered in that area, and I clicked my mouse, and it pushed that image right through the type. And so now when I move, let's see what happens if I would try to move my type. I can also move it around, but I got to be honest, I can't really move it that much because the image isn't that big. Okay, so there's two ways to go about doing that. Let's see, what if I like it now and I want to go ahead and add an effect. Let's see, maybe I like this. This looks cool. I don't like this checkered background. I'm going to get a new layer going. Oh, nope, I don't want it to start there. I'm going to click away from my layers to deselect them, create a new layer, and then pull it to the bottom. And then I'm going to go to solid color. I'm going to choose white or a pink. Maybe pink is my favorite color. And there we go. I got a background for it. Man, it's a little too hard to read against. There we go. There we go. I got that. Maybe I want to add a drop shadow to this. I can go right here, drop shadow, and you'll have this video to reference here, so don't freak out, guys. I'm looking at this right here. I pull that up, and I can see that if I do this, all these buttons over here, I can see that I'm creating some kind of a drop shadow on the type. I'm going to change the blend mode to normal, and maybe I even change the color of the drop shadow. It's pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to end this video. That's about the extent of what we're covering today with the typing through mask. We've added an effect to the mask. Pretty advanced stuff. And I'm going to stop that recording so you have that as a reference. Okay, now text too fast if that went too fast for you, or text I got it. And if it went too fast for you, don't worry, I'm going to have the video available. Good. I'd rather it go too fast and you have a reference, and it's okay. Okay, it's all right to say too fast. Perfect, it's fine. All right, so I'm going to provide that as a video reference, but I know Google Drive well enough to know that it's going to take it a little bit of time to record that and get it onto my Google Drive so I can upload it as a video. I'm working on and getting it. I'm going to have it provided to y'all as a YouTube file after class. I'm going to see if I can check my Google Drive right now and see if I can get it to you. Just check and see if it's come up yet. Sometimes it will populate and drop the video, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer than I thought. Okay. So while I'm waiting for that video, any auditory questions people had on how they understood it, but I couldn't follow on my own picture? Okay, that's perfect. Daniel, talk to us a little bit while we wait for this video to load. Oh, it's got to stop recording.